last day in Congress, or I should say in Senate, to hear from the Congress on their complaints against our president. So this goes out to all the Dems from Congress, especially the House, the leader, Nancy Pelosi. This is what she's going to have. It's called Thunderstruck. Listen to the lyrics. You're stuck on a railroad track where there's nowhere else to go. You look around and you can see there's no help. No help from you. Railroad track. I looked around and I knew there was no turning back. And I thought, what could I do? And I knew there was no help from you.
There was no help from you.
Thunder. The sound of the drums beating in my heart. The thunder of the guns just tore her apart. You've been thunderstruck. You see, until now, we've heard absolutely nothing from the greatest president we've ever had in the history of this country. We've heard the lies coming from one side, while the other side is doing, the biggest economical purchase agreement in the history of our country with China, who's had us over the barrel for 20 years. Now we kind of turn the positions around. They're on the barrel and will be for the next 20 years. No one had the intestinal fortitude or the testicles to take on China. No one. And there was no help, not coming from you. Trump did this on his own. He couldn't get help from the other side on anything. He had to put tariffs on Mexico, our neighbor, in order to get some help on the border, because the other side wants open borders, which I thought was interesting, because they also want to take your guns. They want to stop the mass murders, and whenever we've got a shooting, you hear them come out in force. Hell yeah, we're going to take your AR-15. I still say if we just rename our AR-15s, call them MS-13s, the Democrats will be all for us keeping them. They'll want us to have one or two. Just for your information, 2018, we lost 194 citizens to mass shootings. That's a horrific thing. It's terrible. No good coming from mass shootings. No good from 194 people killed from mass shootings. And they all jump on the bandwagon. Let's grab the guns. What they failed to disclose to you was that in 2018, we had 10,150 people killed by illegal aliens. So almost 10,000 more in the same year. Now we've lost 10,000 Americans, folks. And that's not enough to close the borders? You murdered 10,000 of us in 1 year? That's more than we lost in the Army, Navy, and Marines combined in 2018. On foreign soil, we didn't lose that many citizens. But yet, the other side wants open borders. In particular, California is polluted with politicians that hate America. This is why our poop keeps getting taller on the sidewalks and in the streets. And the piles of the hypodermic needles keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Let's look at some cities in California. It's against the law there to clap. You can't call a manhole. I guess it's a suey hole cover now, because manhole is racist. And you can't have a plastic straw in your cherry Coke or your strawberry malt from McDonald's. But we're giving out free hypodermic needles here on the corner, and if you go down one more block, there's a free or a safe shooting zone. That's where you don't take the kids, because everybody's ODing and dying on heroin, and it's okay to do so legally. I don't know if they're thinking if they let them kill themselves on drugs that'll cut down on their homeless population because they're killing themselves, or how they're planning on fixing this. All I know is it's getting worse. 20% increase in homeless in California in 2019. Biggest increase, only state, according to the good Dr. Ben Carson, that has gone up in homeless. Everyone else has dropped, but they won't work with Ben Carson. Go figure. You won't work with the head of HUD, and you've got the worst housing situation in America. Go figure. Folks, today is the last day we got to suffer through the other side putting out their lies against our president. I will watch it today. I'm trying to figure out if I can just use one ear at a time so I only get a half a headache. And for you folks that are down in the warm climates, this is my snowflake Trump supporting hat. We've got snow on the ground here, so I wear the snowflakes under it, and then I melt them with that, see? They get that right there, and they just, you can see them that have the Trump syndrome because they kind of just go into convulsions at the gas pump next to you. And they can't say anything, they just do their convulsions. And so I wear it everywhere I go. I take it more places than I do my American Express. I won't leave home without it. And we've got the red ones too. So depending on what we're wearing, whether we go black or red, but we do melt our snowflakes, and we do let people know nice things about our president. We don't go into that list of 300 things he's done to help improve America with bills that he got passed without the help of the other side. But I want to point out that tomorrow is the first time the United States president is taking part in walking in a pro-life walk. March for Life. Tomorrow, our President Donald John Trump will be joining the Walk for Life. Thank you, Jesus, for a president that appreciates the unborn baby, that believes that all babies are a precious gift from God, one that's done more for the spiritual organizations and churches in this country than any other president before us, one that's done more for the black population in America than any other president before us, one that's done more for the Asian and the Mexican ethnic groups than any other president before us, and one that has finally went to work for America and puts America first and babies first and not people's sin. That baby that you're killing is not a sin tax because you sinned, okay? That's a human life. Your sin tax is for your drugs and your alcohol. Not supposed to ever be a baby's life. That's not supposed to be a sin tax. Now, I'm probably going to get a bill from my buddy up north who's now down in Florida. He's Florida in the winter, and he's in a palace in the summertime, but those are one of his lines. Sin tax. That's the reason why he's got a beautiful life, because he hasn't had to pay the sin tax that I have, because I smoke cigarettes. That's sin tax. But your aborted baby is not supposed to be a sin tax. That's what they have adoption centers for. I'd like to see them when Roe versus Wade gets overturned, that they go to publicly funded adoptions as opposed to publicly funded abortions. Because as a spirit-filled, born-again Christian, it grinds my fanny. It just burns my butt that I got to pay for someone else's mistakes and their sin. Okay? And the people that put this into place will have to stand before their Maker and explain why they did something so ignorant. Folks, I'm going to wrap this up. Put out another one tonight with the wrap-up of their side of the lies. Version. I get so sick of him saying he was trying to interfere in the 2020 election. Nobody's ever interfered in elections as badly as you folks. You're already starting it. With New York, you've got, 5 million illegals that you're giving a voter's card to and a driver's license all in the same day. I don't even know what kind of ID they got to come up with. How are you coming in from across the border when you go through... When you're swimming, your birth certificate gets a little mangled, I would imagine. And I don't think too many of them are coming up here with birth certificates. So how are they even proving who they are? Are you kidding me? The Democrats are so hard up for votes, they'll take whatever they could get. Okay? That's why they're using dead people. Hillary Clinton, yes, she won the actual vote. 65 to 63 million. The only problem with her 65 million is 50 million of them were illegal. 25 million were illegal aliens, and the other 25 were people that died in the war. They've been dead a long time. But yet the Democrats still use their votes because they got nothing and nobody that they can run on or run against President Trump. Thank God for our president. Thank God for each and every one of you. Thank you that you stopped and listened. Oh yeah, don't forget, like, share, and subscribe. We're trying to get the subscribers up. I do appreciate you two that follow me every day. I got 2 subscribers. I think they're from California. And they don't miss a thing. I pray for both of you. 2 out of 20 never miss a video. I put up a video and within a half an hour, they've checked it out. You guys are in my prayers daily. I appreciate it. In the comments below, help yourself. If you've got a subject you'd like to see a program on, keep in mind I've signed a contract with YouTube. I have to keep this family oriented. And I do my best to do that. And I apologize and ask your forgiveness if I get outside of that, because it's easy to do when you're talking about the other side. Man, I have no idea whatever happened to those guys. It just blows me away. It used to be the party to belong to. Now I don't even want to listen to them, look at them, or even think about them. Oh, and I'll wrap this up with this. AOC isn't paying in to the Democrats. She's running her own campaign. And I really shouldn't say she's running her own campaign, because we got nobody that's a nothing, that was a bartender that George Soros picked up, brushed the poop off from, and put into office. Because she just got $500 million, $500 million, from a dark horse candidate, they say. Oh, really? Dark horse wouldn't happen to be George Soros, would it? The guy that put you in there? She's on the finance committee. Her personal credit score is about 440. Go figure. You wonder why our country's broke? We got knuckleheads that can't add 2 and 2 to come up with 4 in there counting our numbers for us. She's not paying her dues from her contributions to the Democrat Party, and they're a little pissed off about it, because right now she owes them $250 million, and she ain't paying it. Why? Because it ain't her money. It's George Soros's money. George Soros says, I want you to hurt people with this. So she's going after the butt mayor, or Buttigieg. She's going after Pete, and she's going after Bowling Ball Biden. So you watch, over the next couple of weeks, there's going to be huge smear campaigns that Brother Bernie can't do because that'd make him look like a jerk. But his little running mate there, his cute little running mate that he's got bringing along with, because she'll attract the young voters, and that's the only hope he's got of a snowball's chance in hell. He forgets that Clinton robbed him last election. He won the primaries. But the DNC thought she'd do a better job, so they pushed him aside and put her in. He's about to get railroaded out again, because he just overtook Biden in Iowa. He's leading the polls for the Democrats, and now he's got to sit through an impeachment, which takes him off the campaign trail. They don't like Bernie. I don't know why Bernie continues to be with them. I guess because they're the closest thing to a socialism he can come up with, or communist. But that's the way the Democratic Party has turned out today. They're either socialist or communist. 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. I'm going to wrap this up, getting way too long. You guys have a blessed day. I can't wait, because they're not only in the jungle, they're fixing to get Thunderstruck. Don't forget to pray for the president.